Basketball Hall of Fame held its Class of 2024 induction ceremony at the Cross Insurance Center this afternoon. This year's class was announced in February in the middle of the tournament season. Now they've had a chance to come together to reminisce about their careers.
It's incredibly overwhelming, really humbling to look at the names of the other people that are being honored here today. I mean, to think that my name is among theirs is really something special.
15 Maine high schools were represented in this year's class. You can find bios for everyone by visiting MaineBasketballHallOfFame.com. Now, this year's inductees are the 1993 Calais girls team: Bob McShane, Allison Gagnon, Gray, Heather Ernest Bond, Julie Vayu Sinclair, Kelly Dow, Ken Lindloff, Kevin Jenkins, Laura Trenkel, Cooperman, Mike Adams, Peter Murray, Tom Bragg, and Steve Clifford. In the class of 2024 legends of the game are Candace Berger, parent David Anderson, Howard Seavey, Gus Folsom, and Troy Scott. Congratulations to all of this year's honorees.